Today I've got 10 points in 10 minutes with Amy Stein.
My 10 for 10. So what I learned on my healing journey that's taken over a decade is that the body is not broken. So we're taught in our society that the body is broken. You go to the doctor's going to fix you. But what we're not taught is the body is designed to heal. The body has an innate intelligence. It knows exactly what needs to be done. We just need to let it happen. And this innate intelligence is mirrored in Mother Nature. So if we stop to observe, and we quiet the mind, we allow the body to do what it needs to do, magical things can happen. Another lesson that I learned on my healing journey and continue to learn to this day is that surrender is not a dirty word. So we've been taught in our society, surrender means to give up, to quit, to stop fighting. But what if surrender meant something different? To give over, to ask for help. This was a lesson that was really important for me to learn as I was trying to do everything myself. I was manic healing, doing all of the things, hoping something would stick, right? And by doing this, I was still not connecting the mind, the body, and the spirit. So lesson 3, in order to heal, you need to address the mind, the body, and the spirit. So illness occurs on all levels, of all planes of existence: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic. But in our society, the Western society, we only address the mental and the physical. There is no addressing of emotional. We don't feel our feelings. It's not appropriate to talk about things that hurt us or feel bad. It's labeled as bad to do that. But what happens when we keep retelling our story is we can re-traumatize the body. So when we have a mind, body, spirit approach, we're in the body doing the work. That's when it happens. It doesn't happen in the mind. The mind is just part of the body. And that moves me into my next point. The mind is just part of the body. We give it all this credit. We assign judgment, expectations, what should be, what something's supposed to look like. Healing is supposed to look a certain way. Health is supposed to look a certain way. So I may look healthy, and I looked healthy when I was sick. And people assign judgments and ideas to my healing and my sickness and my journey. But the next point is that healing is unique. It looks different for everybody. And that's a good thing, because what works for me may not work for you. And the healing journey is hard, right? It's filled with ups and downs. It's not linear. It doesn't go in a straight line. There is lots of ups and downs. There's plateaus, and that is normal. That is the healing process. A lot of times I tell people it's taking 2 small steps forward and what feels like 4 giant steps back. Back the innate intelligence of the body. When we learn to trust the body, when we learn to feel safe in the body, which is our next point. In order to heal, you must feel safe in your body. You must be physically present in your body. For me, it took me almost 35 years to be physically present in my body for the healing to actually occur on that level. The healing cannot occur in the mind. The healing needs to occur on all levels: mind, body, and spirit. In order for us to heal, our next point is we need to feel safe. We can't do it alone. The healing journey is not a journey to be done alone. You need support, whether that's a support system, parents, spouse, friends, family, doctors, whoever that may be. You need to trust yourself. You need to feel safe in order to do the healing work, because it will be hard. And I guess that's the next step is healing is not easy. Healing is hard. And it's a process a lot of times of unlearning, not learning. It's a process of understanding what the body needs. It's a process of respecting the messages from the body. These symptoms, they're not good or bad, they're messages. And they're just telling us, directing us the direction we need to go, the path we need to take, the steps we need to learn or unlearn. Another point, observing, getting quiet to listen to the messages, right? So quiet the noise. I'm big about that, right? Get outside and quiet the noise. Those are my two big messages all the time. But this process of observing of what is in the moment, because the body does not understand the difference between the past, the present, the future. It's all the same time to the body. So observing what's coming up. The idea of being curious, right? Being curious of what's coming up, being curious with these messages, being curious of where I am in this moment, in this time and space, being curious of what it feels like to be in my body, right? And feeling all of my senses. What do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? What do I taste? What do I smell? And how that resonates and how that all fits into my body. This process of unfolding, it looks different for everybody. Healing is unique to everyone. What did work for me may not work for you. What worked for me may work for you, right? What worked for me 5 years ago may not work today. And that's okay. There's nothing that says it has to. And that's the thing. It's the freedom to be courageous and decide what's best for you. It's the freedom to let others be and accept that you know what's best for you and that you get to choose what's best for you. You get to decide. You're the one who lives in this body. And a lesson that was really important to me that recently I learned was that our soul is never destroyed, cannot be physically harmed, cannot be emotionally harmed, right? The physical body bears wounds, bears physical, emotional trauma, but the soul is pure. Soul is divinely created. And this idea of something bigger than us existing, right? To connect us to the mind and the body and the spirit, this bigger idea. What does that look like for you? And the courage to take that step, the courage to be authentic, say what needs to be said, feel what needs to be felt, trust in yourself, trust in the body. Stop looking externally for someone to fix you, for someone to tell you what to do. Just trusting that you know what's best and that you get to choose.
And this was 10 Points in 10 Minutes with Amy Stein.